It's 2008. You've just finished Call of Duty World at War's campaign and are eager to try out the multiplayer. But after the credits finish rolling, a cutscene begins to play. You're lying on the ground next to a crashed plane, breathing heavily and struggling to keep your eyes open. A horde of figures are shambling off in the distance, save for one that's running right towards you. Call of Duty Zombies. This was the introduction to zombies for millions of COD players. Not me, though. I was 4 years old when this game came out. Since it's the beginning of zombies, the story hasn't been built out much. So alongside whatever little bits of lore there are, I'm going to be talking about the basic gameplay features of the map. June 4th, 1945. Nacht der Untoten. An Allied plane malfunctions over an airfield and crashes. German army trucks transporting the undead in Element 115 between Group 935 facilities are struck in the crash. The Marines surviving the crash hold out against the undead as long as they can. You spawn into a dilapidated airfield building in the dead of night, a demonic laugh accompanying your arrival. All you have on you is a Colt M1911, a knife, and some grenades. You begin to hear moans and groans off in the distance. You look out of one of the shoddily boarded up windows and see a figure slowly shambling towards you. Its eyes are glowing yellow. It reaches one of the boarded up windows and begins to tear them off with ease to make its way inside the building. You kill the zombie and learn that you can rebuild these barriers to slow other zombies down. It also earns you a small amount of points. One of the first things you'll notice are the chalk drawings of weapons on the walls of the building. Using the points you've gathered from killing zombies, you can purchase these weapons to aid in your survival. After a few rounds of slaughtering the undead and building up points, you decide to open the door with the word HELP written on it in chalk. The unfinished P makes it look like it says HELL. Inside that room lies a wooden crate with 2 glowing question marks and a metal latch. Approaching the box, you are prompted to press F for a random weapon, costing 950 points. You press F and the box opens up, and a short jingle plays as weapons cycle and rise from it. At the end of the jingle, a weapon is presented to you for you to take. Since there's nothing else to spend your points on other than a couple more doors and some wall weapons, you keep hitting the box, getting better or worse weapons to add to your arsenal. Eventually, a futuristic pistol floats above the box, the ray gun. This actually isn't the first appearance of the ray gun. In the campaign mission Semper Fi, if you jump into 4 craters on the beach at the beginning of the mission, 4 Japanese lion statues will rise up from the ground, each holding a ray gun in their mouths for you to take. It's an incredibly powerful weapon in the campaign, and it's just as powerful in zombies. But be careful, as it does a lot of splash damage, especially if you're shooting at one of the explosive barrels that litter the grounds outside of the map. As you progress through the rounds, a zombie will occasionally drop a glowing power-up when killed. These power-ups are insta-kill, which allows you to instantly kill any zombies for 30 seconds. Double points, which doubles all points gained for 30 seconds. Max ammo, which fills up your ammo reserve. And nuke, which kills all zombies currently alive on the map. Despite all the help you receive, the hordes of zombies become too much for you to handle, and eventually you're overrun and killed. But it isn't long before you're dropped back into the map on round 1, with only an M1911 in your hands, forced to fight off the hordes of zombies for eternity. There are a few other small details scattered around the map. On the second floor of the building, there's a sniper cabinet that costs 1500 points that'll give you a scoped Kar 98K. This is the only unique wall weapon in the entire zombie series, as we only see chalk-drawn weapons on every other map. In the mystery box room, to the right of the box, is a radio that, when knifed, will play various songs from the game. The song that plays during the Game Over sequence is Lullaby of a Dead Man by Kevin Sherwood and Elena Siegman. Besides the help door, there are 2 other messages written on the walls in chalk. One can be found in the first floor main room next to the staircase debris that says, "You must ascend from darkness." The other can be found in the mystery box room next to the staircase debris that reads, "Salvation lies above." Finally, if you no-clip under the map in the mystery box room, you can find a German World War II helmet floating above the abyss. Since Nacht der Untoten's release back in World at War, we've seen it a total of 6 other times throughout the Zombies franchise. In this video, I'll be focusing only on the Black Ops and Black Ops 3 remasters of the map. Nacht was first remastered as part of Black Ops' Resurrection DLC pack, which brought the Zombies map Moon, as well as remasters of all 4 World at War Zombies maps. Since these maps are direct ports from World at War, the only differences are in gameplay. The The first difference is that instead of playing as 4 unknown Marines, we instead play as the Ultimus crew, consisting of Tank Dempsey, Nikolai Belinsky, Takeo Masaki, and Edward Richthofen. There is a story reason behind this, and we will get into that during the review of the Black Ops 3 remaster. The Carpenter power-up, first introduced in the World at War map Doris, is added to the remaster. The power-up repairs every barrier on the map and gives the player 200 points. It also updated the nuke power-up to now give the player 400 points. This remaster also adds the perk Mule Kick to the map. This perk costs 4,000 points and allows you to carry a third weapon. The weapons in the mystery box are replaced by the weapons found in Black Ops 1 zombies, though the wall weapons stay the same as World at War. In addition, 2 new wonder weapons are added to the map. The Monkey Bomb, a tactical grenade that, when thrown, attracts zombies towards it before exploding, and the Thunder Gun, which fires a blast of air that kills all zombies in its path. Knifing the radio next to the mystery box plays different music than in World at War, and if you shoot a certain number of barrels outside of the map, Undone by Kevin Sherwood will play. Since it is a direct port, it makes sense that the floating helmet is still under the map. Interestingly enough, though, if you fly into the helmet using no clip, it'll be pushed by you and fall into the void below you. Black Ops 3's remaster, on the other hand, is built up from the ground, alongside the 7 other remastered maps in the Zombies Chronicles DLC, though the map is nearly identical save for a few different details. You once again play as the Ultimus crew, but this time there's a radio on the map that explains why. If you look under the shelf across from the help door in the spawn room and prone, you can see a radio on the ground. Holding your interact button plays this message from Dr. Monty.
Nacht der Untoten. That translates as Night of the Dead. I learned that tonight. Been trying to scrub up on my German, you see. Anyway, it happened in an old concrete building on an airfield somewhere in, I don't know where. I remember it being really small, simple by today's standards. I think there was a fog. Not a lot of it, certainly not coming into the building itself. You know what I just realized? You weren't even there. At least not at first. It was some other random, forgettable soldiers that had the misfortune to live through that horrible night, or Nacht, as it was actually known. Yeah, I speak German now.
The weapons in the mystery box are once again replaced, this time with Black Ops 3 era weapons, though a few weapons remain, like the STG-44. The wall weapons are also replaced with Black Ops 3 era weapons. Alongside the Monkey Bombs and the Thunder Gun, the Ray Gun Mark II has also been added to the box. A new power-up, the Death Machine, is added to the map. This power-up gives you an infinite ammo minigun for 30 seconds to use to mow down hordes of zombies. Mule Kick returns on this remaster, although its location is moved ever so slightly, and it also includes the Wonder Fizz machine, which allows the player to spend 1,500 points for a random perk. The available perks are Juggernog, Quick Revive, Speed Cola, Double Tap 2.0, Stamina Up, Deadshot Daiquiri, Mule Kick, and Widow's Wine. This map also includes the Gobblegum machine. The player can obtain 1 Gobblegum per round for free, or spend points to purchase more than 1 per round. Alongside the radio in the mystery box room, once again playing different music if knifed, if you shoot every barrel outside of the map, Kevin Sherwood's Undone will play. There's also a new music Easter egg on the map. There are 4 switches hidden around the bunker. One at the bottom of the stairs, underneath the shelf in the mystery box room. One upstairs on the wall, opposite of the Argus wall by. One at the ceiling, above the spawn staircase, which you need to run and jump to activate. And one at the top of a support pillar, next to Mule Kick. After all 4 switches have been hit, a doll of Samantha Maxis will spawn on the ground in a pile of rubble. If you hold your interact button on it, it'll disappear in a puff of smoke. You now need to run around the map and find her in 5 different locations out of bounds. A music box version of Samantha's lullaby will emit from the doll and will grow in volume as you grow closer to her. After shooting 5 dolls, she will return to her original spot on the pile of rubble, but this time she will be slowly spinning around. Hold interact on her once more, and a zombie hand will lift her from the ground, pull her in, and spawn a max ammo power-up before Samantha's lullaby begins to play. Nowadays, Nacht der Untoten is seen as small, boring, and unimaginative, but back in the day, it was seen as a masterpiece. No one expected zombies to become the Call of Duty staple that it is today. hey, if you made it here to the end of the video, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this all the way through. After making funny moments content for almost 2 years and ultimately getting bored of the format, it's both incredibly exciting and very daunting to begin making video SAS content like this. That being said, I intend to, at the very least, make a video on every World at War map. If the series is going well and I feel motivated to continue, I'll go through all of Black Ops 1 and 2. I'm really excited to see where this series goes in the future and what else I may become inspired to make. There likely won't be a message at the end like this in any other of my videos. I just thought that the first one deserved an explanation on what I plan on doing for the foreseeable future. So, once again, thank you so much for watching. See ya.